table. What's going on, guys, and welcome to the stream. Gaming Queen, what is going on, man? Oh, yeah, I guess I should turn off my volume, huh? On my cell phone. It's actually that time of the week. It's been too damn long. I think everyone can agree with that. 3 weeks of nothing but bullshit going on. Come on, Restream. Work, man. There it goes. Yeah, you're actually here. That's awesome. High school started back up. I have to take accounting. No way. In high school?
Yep.
Okay. Crazy. Alright. Well, anyways, we have our lock die tonight. That's going to be Miss... I don't remember what you go by. Willow Whistle Cup. 8-Ball over here. I believe you're going to go ahead and keep track of our initiative today.
Okay.
Junior year, my dude. Dude. Awesome, Gaming Queen. You're getting there. You got this. But yeah, so you need luck die, though. Or no, you need... Yeah, you just need paper.
Everything.
Yeah, I need everything. I need a new life.
Give me everything, please.
Just everything. I'll just get some paper.
Your guy joining us tonight?
I don't think so. He doesn't get off till 8. So.
Well, it's only an hour.
Yeah, that's in an hour.
Let me ask him. And sometimes he gets off a little bit later too. It just depends because he's the executive sous chef there. So if he needs to stay, he
So
has
I don't
to.
have any pens or pencils since I don't know where my pouch is. So unfortunately, the only thing I have are these Sharpies.
Up the ass.
Okay, what are we using them for?
To keep track of initiative.
Oh, okay. There's a pen or pencil on my desk or something.
There you go.
Oh, she's got one.
Ta-da!
Holly's our savior.
Alright, we'll save these for later.
Willow. Where is everyone? Okay, so
There.
today, so like, what was
What was what?
asshole's character's name? Lady Alessandra.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lady Isabella.
Lady Isabella is no longer with us.
She died.
She has reluctantly decided that she got sick of waiting around.
The butthole was too tight.
So, oh well. What's your buddy's character's name? I need character sheets. I need Nox and I need the other one. Nox, aka Lion, is actually just not present tonight. Where's the Shady Bastard? Yeah, the Shady Bastard is actually working tonight. But he has given us permission to continue on and utilize his character. So, where's that Shady Bastard? I fucking love it. Anyways.
I can hear Lion now.
By the way,
Yeah.
Gaming Queen, are we actually coming in nice and clear? We gotta wait for the 2-minute response time. This is Sir Dibble Fizzlebang. Cutie Patootie.
I wrote that.
It's a bit quiet sometimes. Alright, well, we will turn up the gain on that then. Give me just a moment.
I think there's too much camera shot of this girl in here. We need to move it over that way.
Just a
Oh, that's
smidge
okay.
towards the. All right, on the back of the microphone, and my volume is almost all the way up. Okay, we'll turn it up a little bit. On the back of the microphone is something that says gain. Turn it slightly up, about an eighth of a turn. Is that better? Or do we need just a little bit further still? I'm also going to turn up the volume itself all the way.
Let me know when you figure that one out.
Okay, yeah. So far, yes. Okay, cool. I can get up. Okay, anyways. Alright, so. Last week we did not stream, which sucked. So we have a little bit, but we didn't get a whole lot done. So you guys didn't miss out on too much. I shall update if need be. So. Update.
Update on volume.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wow, good job. You caught on to that. I didn't. So anyways, so we didn't get a whole lot accomplished last week, but we'll still catch you guys up because, yeah, you guys need to know what's going on. So last we checked in, you guys were still at the Black Tower, still talking to the main wizard. Lion's character, Nox. Oh my god, that was bright. Yeah. It's still 7 o'clock here, so nightfall's not for another hour and a half. So anyways, Nox went to, got teleported to, oh, and the entire group did. You guys all went.
Yeah.
You guys
We're
all
all
got
back in Greyhawk.
Yep, you're all in Greyhawk in the center area, right outside Merlin's tower. It was just discovered that Yggdrasil is supposed to be standing where Merlin's tower is. Yggdrasil, for anyone at home that doesn't know, goes back to the Norse mythos of the Tree of Life. In my world, Yggdrasil is the the actual Tree of Life that connects all the planes of existence together in the D&D universe. And it's supposed to be in the center of Greyhawk, and it was supposed to be a safe place for people to be able to come to, people to teleport to, and that whole area has been taken over by this tower, and no one knows why. The wizard in the Black Tower says that only 200 years, it feels like about 200 years have gone by, but the turn of events that all the people in Greyhawk that came here understand of the turn of events is drastically different than what has happened. So now everyone's worried about which wizard is the good guy, which wizard is the bad guy, if there's something afoot, if someone is lying, if maybe this wizard was stuck down here for way longer than 200 years, or otherwise. We discovered that the rings were all tied to the most ancient first magic users that were discovered in the realm. And they are tied to a specific animal based on the type of magic that they were able to influence over the world. So these guys are now in Greyhawk to determine if they can get 2 of Merlin's inner circle people and a few cadets to be able to take back to the wizard at the Black Tower. I can just scoot, like, stand up. Okay. Anyways, they're going to get those individuals to take back to the wizard, hopefully without Merlin knowing, so that way the wizard can actually question everyone and determine whether or not time has actually progressed the way it should have, and which wizard is lying. So, Lion went and spoke to Merlin and started discovering some things about the rings, which unfortunately is not privy to the rest of the group. So, I'm sad. Why are you sad, Gaming Queen? Anyways, yeah, outside of Nox being able to discover some stuff between Merlin, the rest of the crew attempted once and failed wonderfully to convince a small group of people to come with them. My dad won't play D&D with me. You can find, so if you go to Roll20.net, there's actually a whole community of people that have open games, and that way you can just play anytime as long as you have access to a computer or even a tablet with a webcam on it, and they don't even demand that you have a webcam. And you'll be able to just play with fellow people. You set up your own D&D sheets, you choose which edition you want, it doesn't even have to be 3.5, and you just hang out with people online, find new friends, and sit in the campaign anytime you want. So, Roll20.net. So, don't worry about your dad. Our kids are going to be playing D&D with their parents, which that is a cool thought.
No. Maybe when they're 17.
Maybe when they're 17. I'm not raising them understanding magic, it's the devil. No, your parents' mentality can stay with them. But he said he wanted to play it with me if I ordered the books. Oh. Well, then why'd you say no? Because that sucks. Like, if you're going to go through the trouble of figuring out the money to order these books, and the books are $50 a piece, at least. I don't know. Jeez, that sucks, King and Queen. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so let's get initiative started. Everyone roll a d20.
I need dice, please. This is my last D&D here.
Oh yeah, it is. But I'm gonna stream you in.
Yeah.
If you're willing to, anyways.
Yeah.
I hope you are. You better
Well,
be willing to.
I'm pretty sure I'm last.
You can have this set. Well, not have, but actually, you know what? You probably can just have this set. You need a set.
You're giving her your death dice?
No, God, no. No one gets the death dice. Mine.
The gray set went with your other gray set.
No, my death dice are their own thing.
Oh.
What am I missing?
Well, we
the
can just go to
4.
Muse and let her pick out her own set.
You know, that's true.
Then she can pick out whichever
You
color
see a
she
doggo?
wants.
Yeah, we've got doggos running around. I don't think you're going to need a D4, honestly, so I'm not too worried about it.
What do we add to this?
So this time we're going to add our charisma modifier because we created a new homebrew rule, which I believe is actually pretty smart, and that's because we just want to keep an order of operations for individuals that are interacting but not in combat, so that way everyone gets a fair amount of time. We're going to use charisma-based modifiers for rolling initiative, so that way we can keep track. Alright, so, anyways.
What everybody get?
I got 11.
8.
Oh, yes, I'm first. Oh, boy.
Yay!
Like I said, I'm pretty sure I was last.
Let me get the other doggos, in fact. That's actually always like the perfect strength, by the way. People.
Perfect. Hey, what'd you say you had, Willow?
11.
Alright, then you have 8.
Well, technically 9. I keep forgetting. We're only
Well,
using
do you
charisma.
want to go first this go around since we cut off early last week? You didn't really get to go too much.
Should somebody roll for lion then?
Huh?
Somebody roll for lion then? Since are we gonna play his character?
Jeremy.
Jeremy is playing his character.
12. I don't know what
Plus
charisma
his-
is.
What's lion's charisma?
Hey, beautiful.
Alright. Charisma is a +1.
Okay, so what are we talking about then?
13 for him.
So the DM, aka me, is going to go ahead and play for Nox, as well as Dimble Fizzlebang.
But I texted him to see if he was gonna join us tonight. I'm not sure if he will. So it always depends on when he gets off. It's usually pretty late. But he's supposed to be off at 8, so. if he
It's
is,
just whether or
then-
not he's actually able to get off at 8
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so. Nope, not that guy. You. And if he is able to, obviously we all want him here, so I hope he knows that.
That what?
That we all want him here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knows that.
I like it.
Daniel
I
is
like Dimble.
Joe has played D&D before.
Oh God, no. No.
Oh God, no.
Can you imagine?
I mean, if he's not, he wouldn't be drinking, so.
Might be okay.
I just don't want, just no. I don't want to deal with the possibilities. Okay, anyways. Death dice for the DM, green dice for the others. Dimble's is, he's got a 10. Though he is not currently, oh, you need a charge, honey.
Oh, fuck.
I will go grab my battery pack.
I have.
Actually, you can just plug into the computer directly.
I've got 19%. It's fine.
It's
Charge it.
fine.
said.
It won't pull up your phone. It's not a data cable. It's just charging cable.
For sure. I wasn't worried about that. But
Just charge your phone, you goofball. Or if you want your phone nearby, I can go grab the battery for you.
okay, yeah, I would like it nearby just in case.
Okay.
Because
Oh, minute.
he might give me a text back and be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm off. I'm coming."
There you go.
BRB.
Oh, wait.
Bear with us.
Oh, he likes.
She's like, screw you, give me it.
What's happening? Oh, nothing yet. I had to go outside and get a battery. Okay, so we have initiative down. Here you go, honey.
Oh, thanks.
So, top of the round. So who
It's
goes?
me.
It's you.
It's me. I don't know what to do right now.
Right now, you guys are still at the base of the tower, still walking around and talking, trying to talk to your blue cloaks, white cloaks, and brown
Like,
cloaks.
didn't they both fail? 'Cause
Yeah, you guys both failed.
Yeah. So I.
But only talking to one group, though there was only the one brown cloak out.
I don't know. Should I go try to persuade more people, or should I go try to talk to Merlin? I don't know what to tell Merlin.
Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to explain the colors earlier too, because
I did try to explain this.
Um,
To find out
last
what the circle is.
last time was the time that I explained the colors of the wizards. So you have initiates, which are your blue cloaks and blue robes. You have white cloaks. These are your second step up. These are going to be your low-level masters. And then you have your headmasters or your high wizards, and these are brown cloaks. Merlin, he wears a billion different colors. He's fucking special. But he is the wizard of the highest order anyway, so. But yeah, so when people go, ooh, there's a brown cloak, I'm going to go talk to them, that means, oh, there's a wizard of extremely high standing. I need to go talk to that individual because we need 2 of those. And then probably a couple of blue cloaks, maybe a white cloak. Anyways,
So okay, guys.
do you want to roll a spot just to see if you see anyone else?
No, I think I should go talk to Merlin because they just seem like they need Merlin's permission. So I am gonna make my way up the tower. But first, I need help figuring out what I'm gonna say to him. Are we gonna tell him that?
So you're addressing these guys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Were we gonna tell him that there's a library that we need help interpreting, or we need a bunch of his people of knowledge to help assist us with that? Is that what we're gonna tell him?
We can.
What do you guys think is best?
Of course, Shadow is here, guys. She's in the way far away corner, as far as humanly possible from both camera and microphone. Because wife.
Well,
Okay.
you can. But if you want to ensure that you're going to possibly get one of his inner circle to be in on it, if he agrees, we might want to know how to identify, so we can maybe request
Yeah,
them
I think
a
we need a name
person,
first.
like a name,
And
instead of just saying like one of your uppers.
Oh, we need something
Because the
specific.
upper could be just a brown cloak. And if he just gives us any old brown cloak, that's not one of his
So
inner.
should we try to get names of people who are?
Yeah,
Within the inner circle.
his inner circle.
So how should we go about doing that?
Well, we need to talk to people who would know, which would mean any
The
of
brown-
those initiatives, the other brown cloaks.
Okay, so maybe we should do that before going directly to
So Nox says I could also just go
Nox isn't there. He's with Merlin.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And Dimble is with
Us.
the other. No,
Or no, he stayed. Did he stay tonight?
he's with the other because he's not okay with like intentionally going and talking behind Merlin's back.
Yeah.
So never mind. Yeah, Nox is not there. Never mind.
Well, okay, then maybe I will roll a spot check to see if I see any. What am I looking for? Any brown people?
That or even white cloaks they wouldn't be high enough they would know who the inner circle maybe is. Or have an idea of where to go.
Alright, sure.
You have to be very careful how you approach it because you don't want it to seem suspicious and then be like, why do you want to know?
Right.
Are you up to something?
Right. Alright, well, yeah, let's do that. What do I roll for spot check? Is that 20?
It's another d20, and then you have the skill spot. And if it doesn't have to be a chosen, like you don't have to have ranks in it. It's just your wisdom modifier. Yeah, wisdom modifier.
Oh, okay. I got 0 on that. I have 5. So.
Oh, that
not-
grass looks really, really green this time of year. Interesting.
I'm gonna roll a spot check as well.
Okay.
For the same. 18.
18. Luck die.
Me.
Oh, yeah, you can roll your own luck. It's fine.
Well, what
Or
does
do you
that
want?
say?
Do you want the official
8.
luck die, by the way?
It's an 8.
Sure.
An 8.
No.
Oh, if we're on the
that
die
one.
over here.
Oh god, please don't read off all the big numbers.
I like mine better. Mine was 88.
88. Okay.
Mhm.
You do see what appears to be probably a brown cloak. Kinda like walking through a doorway off in the corner. Well, not corner, but off in one of the directions of the courtyard.
I run after him.
You just take off, huh?
It just. Pew!
Okay, a gnome is no longer amongst your group. You see a little waddling creature darting away.
Can I follow her?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, yeah, I'll follow her.
Shadow,
Let's stay here.
you can just stick around. Okay. She appears to be chasing Brown.
Brown.
Well, I keep running with her.
Okay.
Do I catch up to him?
Yeah, you'll see him. He rounds a corner.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Hey, hello. Mr. Brown Man, hello. Hello.
Very old-looking man, like picture Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Okay, old, long, crooked nose, big, thick spectacles. Looks like he can barely hold the tome he's carrying. He looks at you and, yes, how can I help you?
Okay.
Long white hair, long white beard.
Oh, he was so cute.
A little bald spot in the top.
Cute old man. Shush. I'm trying to play.
So is she.
Hello, good sir. My name is Willow Whistlecup,
And my
Yes.
name is Serum K.
and you are?
Oh, me. I am Sam.
Sam. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Sam. And I curtsy with my little, picking up a little moss skirt that I've got on.
Oh, okay. Well, you have a good day.
Well, wait.
Oh?
I am with the adventuring group that Merlin has dictated to go to the Black Tower. And I was wondering if you would be interested in possibly helping us with something.
Oh, me? I am Sam.
I am Sam.
And so, sorry. Say your phrase again. Sorry.
Okay, I'm from this whole shenanigans.
Yeah, for Merlin to go see the Black Tower, and I was wondering if.
And I was wondering if you could possibly spare some information about something we've encountered. And
Oh, well, what kind of things have you encountered?
many different things. Well, we did find this library, and, well, obviously we can't bring it to you, but we are looking for some individuals that would be kind enough to assist us in deciphering and logging some of these magical tomes that Merlin has wanted us to find and catalog and such.
He kind of shakily just kind of looks down at his tome back at you and well, I'm afraid I have a class I have to teach later on, but if you go speak to Merlin and he gives the permission and the paperwork, we'll make sure it's handled for you.
Okay, could I ask you something?
Of course.
How long have you been in I don't want to say cahoots, but that's the word I'm like not.
How long have you been working with Merlin?
Yes, how long have you been working with Merlin?
Oh, I've known him since I was a very young lad. I've known him for nigh on 105 years, I believe.
105 years. Okay. So that would make you part of his little inner circle, huh? You're probably one of his great friends and colleagues and such, eh?
I'd be the best voice actor, can't you tell? So he says, well, I'd say that he and I, though we differ on some opinions, we tend to share a brandy from time to time.
Okay. Do you ever,
What?
Do you ever work with him on any special...
Oh, of course. Lots of different things. This one time about, that must have been 20 years ago now, we found this odd potion deep in a cave. And, yes, that was very interesting. We had to figure out exactly what the potion did, and we didn't have all the tools available to us, so we just casted Detect Magic over and over again, and it didn't appear to be magical. Well, anyways, I'm just babbling on, but the bottom line was we found one of the main core ingredients to his now famous Red Bull recipe.
Oh,
and it was deep inside, and it was just a goblin cave.
Oh, I see. Well, Sam, it was very nice to meet you. I don't think this guy's gonna be of any help. I hope you have a great day. It was wonderful meeting you.
Yes. And what classes are you with again?
Oh, and I just wander off. Bye.
I've never seen such little people before. Cute things. And he just kind of shuffles inside.
Well, fuck. Okay, so he obviously was not in the inner circle.
Or was he?
Well,
Yeah, how do we know?
oh, I didn't do a detect bluff. I should have done
Detect motive.
Detect motive, yeah.
Quick, run back.
Oh, there's no detect motive, sorry.
Oh, there's not?
It's
Sense motive.
a sense motive, there you go.
Damn.
You guys were too
Oh,
captivated by my role playing.
I run back and I'm like, oh, by the way, what classes are you teaching? And I do detect motive.
Okay. He says, I teach defense against magical creatures. I have the quickest wand around.
Oh, I see. What is that? What is that?
I can guarantee she's like,
14.
the quickest around, huh?
Yeah.
You see,
The glamour.
Expelliarmus!
Asparagus!
Asparagus!
I rolled, is there...
It's an opposed roll, so you roll your sense motive bonus to that.
Okay, I just got a 14.
Okay. Excelsior! Exactly. So, he's being honest, absolutely.
Okay.
Like,
About
it's
the
not even an
whole
opposed
shenanigan thing.
Well, you can't tell. You're only detecting his current motivations, and you asked him a question about what he teaches, so he's being very forthright.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, you don't get to just, like, know people's history because you're like, detect motive 10 years later. You were the bad guy!
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Alright, I'm like, okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Wait, wouldn't we be able to do that to Merlin then? Like, ask him questions about.
Maybe. Well,
Yeah, if we have
yeah.
roll strong enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Squirrels?
And he doesn't have some other ability to even hide his motives.
Yeah.
Alright, I skitter back over to Merlin's tower.
Little potato running down the
Little
fucking...
And I go up to Dabrika. So he was no fucking help.
Did you outright ask him if he was in the inner circle?
I did.
That's probably why he didn't
I
answer.
want to go into voice acting now.
Think about it. Is anyone just going to come out right and say they're inner circle? They have no reason to know why you'd be asking them that.
He was a bit of a kook.
Yeah, and some of those
Well, and
kooks
Fuck
are the
accounting.
perfect inner circle.
Got it. But anyway, well,
Right, what if Merlin's inner circle just consists of mole rats and old people?
It's possible they all look old, and it's possible that they all will come off kooky or some after. I mean, look at Merlin himself. He's
That's
kind of
true.
unique.
Everyone roll a spot check.
Yeah, there's nothing.
19.
16.
Okay, you guys both notice a very young looking, very, very fair skinned, brown cloaked female walk out of the tower.
16.
Just off in the, just like around, there's no corner, but like off in the distance around the bend, you see just a brown cloak and you see this very fair, very young looking woman walk out.
Maybe she could help us out.
Skitter, 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 skitter. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
She
Fair
looks
young
at-
maiden.
Was high enough?
Yes,
I
my
would
dear.
think a 16 would be too low.
Hi. Hi, my name's Willow.
It's a pleasure to meet you,
Oh
Willow.
no.
Oh, my name is Alessandra.
A heart. Well, Miss Alessandra, I am one of the heroes that was ordained to go to the Black Tower, and we have come across many, many magical items and many tomes in a vast library.
You must be an incredibly brave young gnome.
Well, I don't want to
No.
toot my own horn.
I was
honk,
going
honk.
for a Lydia.
I don't want to toot my own horn, Hong Kong. But we're actually looking for some help to decipher some of these old tomes and spread more knowledge across Grey Hawk, learning things. Anyway, and we're trying to gather
Busted
together
much?
some high class and qualified young.
Well, even our lowest initiates are capable of reading the most advanced magical tomes.
Oh, for
They
sure.
may not be able to cast the spells, but they can at least tell you the titles, the chapters, things like that.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But there are some ancient things that we even some
Oh,
like,
so you need some language specialists.
What do you teach here?
Well, primarily I'm actually in language.
Oh yes, that would be lovely. That would be wonderful. Hey, I have a question for you. How long have you been working with Merlin?
Oh, it's probably been close to... Directly under his tutelage, probably about 10 years now.
Oh, okay. You'd probably be in his inner circle, but be all buddy, all that good stuff,
Well, I mean, we're all pretty close to Merlin. He's a very dear friend to all of us. He's almost like a father figure.
Okay. So if would you be willing? What was her name again?
Alessandra.
Miss Alessandra, beautiful Alessandra. Would you be willing to help me
Now
upon
you're just
my?
flattering.
Oh, but you're just the prettiest young gal, I swear. The last gentleman I talked to, I don't know if you know Sam.
Oh, of course, everyone knows Sam.
Dude, he's
He's
a
got
cutie.
the quickest wand around.
That's what he says. That's what he says. I haven't witnessed it, but I'm sure of it. But if Miss Alessandra, if you would be so kind as to accompany us to the Black Tower, and of course under our protection and under Merlin's protection, we would be absolutely wonderfully happy to have you.
So she'll say, I don't know. I've got quite a few studies coming up. I've got a couple of students that are starting to fall behind. Bless their dear hearts. They're trying so hard.
Well, you know, we actually have someone among our party who has been apprenticing under Merlin for many, many years and loves to tutor kids and help them out and all that good stuff. He could probably help your students out if you'd like to come on along with us.
Who's that?
Dimble Fizzlebutts, I think his name is.
Mr. Fizzlebang.
Yes.
Mr. Fizzlebang isn't exactly the most socially normative amongst us.
Sure.
He tends to be quite quill-bound.
Well, you know, just cast a charm person and you're all set, right?
Unfortunately, we don't condone magic against one another.
Oh, that's okay. It was a joke. Damn it.
It's, I don't know. Why don't you, for a hint, you can attempt to roll a diplomacy check.
Oh, I don't have anything in diplomacy.
Fizzlebang or Fizzlebang? F, not PH.
You do realize you have someone who already has diplomacy in your group.
Well, you don't follow me.
Yeah, y'all are off just like potato down the fucking field.
I got a 16.
Okay.
What is that? A 17? Fuck!
Yeah, and that's before a bonus.
Ah!
Oh, the PH is fancier. Well, it's kind of the point. Dimble isn't exactly a fancy guy. So she'll say, I think I need to turn to my students, my dear, but I do very much appreciate you asking, and if there is anything I can do here for you, please don't hesitate, sweetheart.
Oh, for sure, Miss Alessandra. It was lovely talking to you.
As well as you. She actually reaches down and gives you a hug.
And I hug her back and kind of smell her hair a little bit.
It smells like wild strawberries.
I don't let go.
She chuckles and then she kind of very lightly presses you away.
Well, you have a tip my non-existent hat. You have a nice day, ma'am.
Take care, sweetheart. She just kind of wanders away. Wow, you guys are not doing too well at this.
Bah.
Stop it!
Huh?
I give up.
Who's next?
Wait, hold on.
Shadow.
Oh, not that.
I'm the last on the list.
Yeah, I think it's Lion. No, yeah, it's Lion.
Yeah, but Lion's kind of doing his thing, and he's not amongst the group.
Okay, then it would
And
be...
Dimble is not amongst the group as well. So their social order right now is non-existent.
Okay, then it is
Shadow.
Shadow.
I wish I had my character ready, Gaming Queen says. I totally just jump into this even though I'm in the chat. Right? And actually, one thing we are able to do is I can actually host a Roll20.net, so you actually can join us, and I would actually be putting the map for the dungeons and everything up on that as well, which is actually a plan for the near future. When that happens, by the way, you guys will be controlling the screen on, like, would be controlling the actual. I guess I'll actually need a second computer for that. Pretend I'm being acknowledged. But anyways, yeah, it'll have the map of the dungeons and everything else going on. These guys will be controlling one aspect, and then I'll have my TM screen over here. You're being acknowledged, Gaming Queen. All the way. Okay, anywho's. Yay, she says. Don't make this weird. By the way, your sub did not go through.
It did on mine. It said it went through.
Weird.
It says thank you for your 6 months.
Really?
Sub. Yeah.
Well, let's just fucking update this shit then, shall we?
26 to see if there's any white cloaks around.
No, I should have said that.
Is there a refresh or anything up there? I can't read from here. Oh well. Oh well. I'm just bad at the skills and stuff. Well, I mean, Gaming Queen, like, if you need help building a character, now keep in mind that we're running 3.5, not 5th, but I can help you build a character if you actually do want to participate, and I am willing to bring in some players from outside the area, as long as you guys would be fairly consistent. But, okay, so, what's up, Shadow? What are you gonna do?
And 26 to see if there's any white cloaks around.
White cloaks. Should I just give this one to you guys? Do I leave it up to Luck Die Gaming Queen or anyone else out there, if there is anyone else watching? Or do I just go ahead and give them a white cloak to speak to? I'd try my hardest. I just got home from work when you started the stream, and I don't know, maybe... Oh, just maybe. What's the answer, guys? I need you guys' help. Is it going to be a luck die to see if there's a white cloak nearby? Or are we just going to give them a white cloak?
Well, you only have Gaming Queen on.
Well, it says only one viewer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there is only one viewer. Every once in a while it says that 0 people are watching. I'm totally going to give myself a view.
Thing is, it's I'm viewing.
Don't just give it to them. That's boring. Okay. Luck die it is.
3.
Just 3.
Okay.
Wait, no, 30. That was no. Wait, no, that was 3. Yep, that was just 3.
3%.
Okay then. I'm just staring down at my phone. Fuck. So, no white cloaks, and you guys hear a very soft bell, and you notice that even the blues start to disappear into the buildings.
Time for class.
Fuck. Let's just kidnap them. Or take out my
trees
dagger.
Huh?
Any trees nearby?
No. Bushes, yes. Trees, no.
Now then, I'm just gonna sit down next to the tower and wait for Lion to show back up.
Only about 5 minutes goes by then, unless you guys are gonna do anything in the meantime.
Nope.
Okay, about 5 minutes later, Lion just kind of walks out with a glazed look on his face.
He's been bewitched. He drank too much Red Bull.
What happened, Lion?
It knocks.
Oh, yeah.
He just kind of. I don't even know where to begin. I think you guys should go talk to Merlin.
Can't. There's no door to the tower.
Whoa.
You just touch the tower and think of him.
I go up and touch it.
It's a magical tower.
Is there anything we should
Okay.
tell Merlin, or should we just be completely truthful with him?
No.
Nox?
No.
Nox.
I was truthful. I believed him.
Well, then the other one's lying.
No me gusta.
I don't know. Just like believing somebody isn't good enough for me.
No.
He showed me some pretty interesting things.
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's on our side.
I don't think anyone's on our side.
And I touched the tower, think of Merlin.
There's a very audible snap, the smell of sulfur, and she is gone. You appear in the main corridor with Merlin over like 15 different books. Tomes.
I go up too.
Me too.
Touch the tower and think of Merlin.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 stars, sharp
Merlin,
snaps, and
what did you do
sulfur.
to Nox?
What?
He's all glazed over, look. It says something about we should talk to you.
Well, I did nothing to him. He's a good lad. He may have been overwhelmed by the amount of random information that I've been spewing out as I mumble about, but that's just normal.
What was the information you gave him?
He gestures over the 15 tomes. The history of the universe itself.
I look at the tomes. What language are they in?
Primarily primordial and celestial.
Okay.
And
what
one
do they
in
say?
abyssal.
I can read all of it.
Okay. What do they say? Yes. Okay. So, all the tomes explain the battles of the high heavens, the great deception, the history of the fall of the realm, the 3 great ages. What else? It talks about the 6th family, or 6th family,
I mean the 7th family.
7th family.
Okay.
It gives them a name. Actually names them. I don't remember what the name is off the top of my head. I'll have to review.
It started with a Z.
I'll have to talk to Lion. I forgot to write down the name because, believe it or not, the families were actually not like part of the original
Zoloft.
plot,
No. Something.
like Zoltaires or something like that.
Zoltan.
Something like that.
Something like
yeah.
Okay. What about the rings associated with these families?
Yeah, it tells you all the history of that. It even shows you what the 7th ring used to look like, which is just another gemstone. It looks to be made of pure light, like the gemstone inside of it. It's not a diamond. It's just that the depiction looks like it is light in a stone. It doesn't go over why they were banished. It just explains the history of the families.
Alright. So, were you aware that the rings we have seem to be associated with these families?
Well, of course not. I don't bother looking at people's belongings. That's not my right.
Did you know we had rings?
But I don't have a
Of course
ring.
not.
I don't know who all had them hidden. Mine was hidden. I don't know
Mine's
if everyone
hidden.
was hidden. We were told to keep them hidden by our families, but that doesn't mean anyone was.
I'll be very
Smart.
forthright about something. I automatically detect when there are magical items nearby. It is a spell on the tower itself. to make sure I am safe. I did not, as long as I am not detecting a school of conjuration or abjuration, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So what happened? So wait. Does the book say anything about Yggdrasil?
No. It doesn't even mention it.
I see all these books, but none of them mention the tree.
Oh wait, no, that's right. There is a book. That was one of the things that I was talking to Lion about. Was there is a book, and it is actually titled "The History of Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life," and it speaks about a metaphoric tree that binds together all the realms. But at one point, the great wizards of the time knew that if the realms continued to stay connected, gods would have access to our plane, and our plane would also, in reverse, have access to the gods, demons, and all things evil. So, to protect the realm, they severed the connection between Yggdrasil and the other realms.
And that's all in this book.
They were known as the Great Six.
How long ago was this destruction of the tree?
Uh,
Does it say?
It's the first stage. So, at least 10 millennia.
There's no way the wizard Moloch has been in there for
10,000 years.
for 10,000 years.
In theory, that shouldn't be possible. No spell prolongs like that long.
Well then, Merlin, I think you should take a trip to the Black Tower yourself. Or someone who's directly connected with you, like an inner circle kind of thing.
The castle is in, but obviously the characters haven't gotten there, Game and Queen. That is why I sent you guys.
But this
I just need
wizard
the
says
items.
that 200 years ago, when he was trapped, Yggdrasil was still around, where your tower is. How is that possible if it's been destroyed 10,000 years ago? Something's wrong. He can't leave the tower.
I want to
That
detect
means only
motive
you
on
or someone
what's
who
his
you
bucket.
trust is the only one that can go with us to figure out what's going on. Because nothing can leave that tower without his say-so, because he's the guardian. So if you want the stuff from the tower, you have
Guardian?
to... He's the guardian of the tower.
Well, yes, Mr. Knox was explaining something about that. That tower has been in ruins for millennia.
Not according to him. He's only been trapped for 200 years. When we discovered him and unsealed where he was trapped.
What kind of... How did you find this man?
We
He
entered
was
into the
almost
tower.
naked.
When we entered the tower, there was
He's
these...
fully cloaked.
Oh,
There was
he?
these-
I thought he was in like one of those little cloth diapers.
There was these
And they're like,
statues in the middle of the room. One was a wizard, one was a sorceress, and everything. Then there was other statues along the perimeter of the main room. All the stones match the stones in rings that we have. Well, when we opened one of them, a passageway opened. When we went down the passageway, there was a wizard holding back an entire horde of undead. And he
How?
had been using some type of barrier.
It was
holding
green.
Green barrier. They couldn't get through. He was holding them back. And he'd been trapped there for 200 years. Or so he believes. And that the tower at the one point was the focal point of all magic training. That no magic was ever taught in Greyhawk. So either he's lying, or you're lying, or you've both been deceived.
Dun dun dun!
Nicely put.
None of this makes any sense.
Ta-da! Why? Hence we're back.
Very well. I will go. This is something that I do not believe you would be lying to me about.
I did
Grabs a
wouldn't
little
gain
vial,
anything.
chases it
I
down.
wouldn't gain anything from lying to you, Merlin.
I did a sense motive a little while back, but
Oh yeah.
did a thing, and I got a 19.
Oh yeah, death dice. You believe he's telling the truth. So Merlin goes, well, it is a magical place. It is a Nexus node. But we can arrive just outside of the perimeter.
Okay. I suggest wherever we do, we keep low. There's this blade that cuts grass. We already lost one.
Yeah, 2, technically. Didn't we throw the other one out and just... No, we
Only
didn't.
one got killed.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So as long as we stay...
Where's your lady?
Isabella? She's gone.
She deserted.
And in canon, she will have gotten frustrated with the gnome, and the rogue said fuck it and said, I don't think this spell's going to do anything anyways. Walks out, and you guys hear a shriek. When you go out, there's nothing but embers on the ground.
Haha. That's what you get, bitch.
So now you guys know that shit's real.
She did.
So, Merlin will say, very well, let's not dilly-dally. This is going to take time off of my hands.
That's why I suggested even someone who's very close to you. That way you wouldn't have to leave your studies.
This is something that is too confusing even for me.
Alright. Well,
Yeah.
Malok is waiting for us in the library of the Black Tower.
So he walks over to a shelf, grabs a scroll. Is there anyone else that you need to bring along?
Nox?
Just Nox.
Nox is...
Oh, Nox, yes. And Nox appears in front of you guys.
And then, what about the other two? Are they,
Well, I mean,
So,
Dimble is already at the tower.
okay, and then, is that
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Very well.
But what was that lady's name again?
Alessandra.
Alessandra.
But wait, before we go, maybe Alessandra could accompany us? She is quite literaturely advanced.
What does Lady Alessandra need to join us for? You have me.
Well, you're
has a crush.
great. No, you're great and everything, but she can read the books, and she promised to read a book to me.
Yep, crush it is.
She'll be of great help, I promise. There's a big old library, and I'm sure she would love it.
Roll a luck die.
Oh!
She wants low.
56.
I'm sorry, my dear, but she unfortunately has many studies right now. She's actually... He looks at this odd strap of leather around his wrist with little pieces of metal underneath what looks like glass of some kind. He looks at it and he goes, I believe she's in class right now. In fact, a class of about 300.
What? I grab his wrist and look at it, and I, tap the
There's
glass.
numbers and, little pieces of metal moving, and you hear a sound like it's about to explode.
Ah! I hide behind Avrika.
What, my dear, what?
Your wrist is gonna explode!
No. It's
It goes tick, 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 tick. And then it's gonna go...
I call it a watch. So I can watch the time.
Let's just go back to the tower.
Gather round, gather round. I promise it won't explode. It's a little invention I created. Just woke up one day and had it in my mind. Focused on it for years until I got it perfected. Anyways.
Awkward. Looking into the future, are we?
So he pulls open this scroll. You hear him mutter, mutter, mutter. And and all of a sudden, poof! And you guys are outside a large black field.
Is this where the farmer people died?
No. You see the Dark Tower in the distance.
Oh, I haven't been.
Wait.
The grass
Something's
is
wrong.
old, decayed, completely wilted over.
Something's wrong. This is not how we left it.
Is
It
there
wasn't.
a time difference between the tower and Greyhawk?
Oh, I'm sure.
Merlin, it wasn't black, I swear.
Wait, what did I call him?
It was
Merlin?
perfectly growing grass that kept growing and had this scythe that would cut it and keep it at a certain height. Like magic barrier of some sort.
He points over to his right. That blade?
Yes.
Wait. I look. What? And I duck.
Inside a piece of rock, you see an old rusted blade that looks like it's been decaying for hundreds of years.
Oh no. Mallory! I start running towards the black tower.
Wait!
Something's off. Don't go running.
Okay, I stop.
This?
But Mallory!
Jesus Christ. So, Merlin reaches down and touches the ground, and you see light come from the ground itself. And you see a path light up all the way to the entrance of the tower. And there, you see the blackness turn into a light gray, then a white, and then the grass turns green.
Just in the path?
Just on the path. And you see Merlin visibly look extremely exhausted, and he starts to... Oh.
Okay, let's get a move on before he keels over. I start.
You okay, Merlin? Do you
Yeah.
need to be carried?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
He
Well
picks
then,
himself up, and he starts walking down the path.
I'll follow.
It takes you guys about 20 minutes. You arrive outside the Black Tower. The doors are barely hanging on. One of them is slightly ajar, fallen down. The hinges are all rusted. Very
This is not the
aged.
same tower we just left.
Yeah. I burst through the door and yell, Mallory! Mallory! And I go up to his door and, like, knock on the door.
All the doors are burnt off, hanging off the hinges. They're all... Some of them even look melted.
What about
The statues are all destroyed. They're scattered
Yeah.
about everywhere. The fountain is completely dry. Looks like part of the roof is caved slightly in.
This is not the same tower we just left.
All the bedding is dusted over, completely disheveled. Almost none of the cloth still remains.
Well, that might explain part of it.
Right?
Near the center statue is a skeleton
No!
with a scroll,
Oh.
and another skeleton with some old clothing that looks like it used to be white.
Crap!
Did Fizzlebutt die?
Fizzlebutt?
Did he die?
I
'Cause
approach
he's
the
gonna come play
skeletons and extricate the scroll from thing and hand it to
You're gonna
Merlin.
cry, dear.
When you pick up the scroll, it turns to ash.
Shit.
Roll a raw wisdom check.
Everybody?
No.
Just, okay.
To see if she recognized any of the words.
20.
Okay. The last thing that you saw was, like, at the very bottom of the scroll as it was starting to dissolve, you saw only a couple of words. And it says, never coming back.
Uh-oh. I think this was Malak and our other companion. Somehow we must have been in a time loop. And now it's broken. And that's why things weren't matching up.
Time loop.
I don't know. Something to where we were here once and it seemed like we were back in time, but when you brought us here, all of a sudden we're forward in time and Malak is nothing but a skeleton.
I run into Malak's
And so was
room.
our other companion
Time
who was
moves a lot
behind.
quicker here than in Greyhawk.
In
Because
Malak's
the
room,
words-
And I go to the cauldron.
the cauldron is still filled with the fluid. Everything else in the room is rusted, decayed, and completely gone. But your bunk bed is still there.
Oh, my heart.
We might want to check the library if there might not even be anything salvageable.
Merlin! Merlin! Come
Yes?
here! Come here! I like run
He
out.
shuffles over.
I like drag him over. Okay, drink this. Right meow. Drink it. Just drink it.
No, I
Yes.
don't even know what it is.
I know what it is. It's the thing that transported me to a past life, and it was all like great, like. But I could still see, like in a mirror. I couldn't tell anybody. But then, like, I drank it again, and then, like, I was back, and like maybe this will be something. Here. I like scoop it up, and I'm like, drink it. It might help. It might help. Blah 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 blah.
Willow, you're not making any sense.
And I'm like,
Did
watch.
Malak tell you what it was?
Watch this.
No.
And I drink it.
She is a very, very
Impulsive.
impulsive, which gets you killed.
So she takes a drink and then immediately falls over. You're not dead. But you get knocked the fuck out. I swear it's magic juice! Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Merlin. She's impulsive as ever.
I believe she's having a seizure. Her body starts twitching.
No.
He lays his hands on her forehead, presses against her stomach. She's in a trance, not a seizure.
Now what do I see?
So, yeah.
The important part.
You wake up and you are still in the destroyed tower. But you are in that same familiar place, that realm between realms. And now you see, instead of a hall of people running around, and you see the three near the fountain, you see a large man with an army of skeletons behind him.
Do I recognize him?
No.
Well, can I just write down what he looks like?
Yeah, he's a very pale-skinned man, short, very dark hair, eyes that are golden. He's most likely a sorcerer and a wizard. He probably has natural magic. But sorcerers are believed to be descendants of dragons, by the way.
Oh, okay. What's he wearing?
All black robes.
Also, side note, are you casting out Dimble Fizzlebang? Because he still wants to play.
No, I'm not casting him out.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
'Cause I don't know if he's dead or not.
I know, that's the wonderful part about him not being here.
Okay. Okay, Army of Undead. Is he saying anything? What's he doing?
Yes. He says, "The time of the wizards has come to an end. The magic must be given to all free folk, or it will be ruled by me and mine."
Ooh. Wizards
All free folk?
Yes.
to an end.
Wait, who said
Okay.
this?
The time of the wizards has come to an end.
Yes, all magic must be given. Magic must be given to all free folk, or will be ruled by me and mine. You want to hit the
Who
link?
is he talking to? Anybody in particular?
Yes, at the
Who's he
center
talking to?
you see a whole troop of wizards, all wearing brown.
We found the brown people.
Okay.
Something strikes you as odd.
Okay.
Malak wears white,
He does. Yes.
but he was the High Wizard? Just memory flashback, kind of. Wait a second. White, brown, blue, white. I mean, maybe it was just a different color change, but it is odd.
And Malik was like tall, spindly, all that stuff. He
Very
wasn't
tall, very
short.
thin.
Yeah.
He does not have dark hair. He has long gray hair.
Yeah. How
Very
old?
nicely kept goatee, though. No long beard.
Okay. And how old was this gent here? The black
If
wizard.
he's half elf, so you're not completely
Okay.
sure. But if you were to put him in human years, he probably looks to be in his late 30s. I'm head to bed, lol. Good night, you guys. All right, Gaming Queen. Take care, sweetheart. Let's see. What was the question?
How old he was? But,
Yeah, mid to late 30s
Okay.
in human years.
Okay. Okay. I need to do? Well, probably do need to. If I can see Malak amongst them. 19, 21.
He does not appear to be amongst them.
Okay. And what happens next?
The skeletons run forward and slaughter all of the wizards.
Okay.
It's a pretty big battle. Like, you see fireballs, you see green blast coming out of the wizards' hands. You see them all trying to aim stuff instead at the skeletons, just trying to keep them back, and everyone's trying to attack this man.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just nonchalantly just throwing the spells away.
Okay.
And you see a ray, a prismatic ray, so multiple colors, spew out of his hands, and it strikes all of the wizards, and they all just disintegrate into nothing.
Oof. Okay.
And then you wake up. You feel yourself pulled back into your body as you see Merlin standing over you, muttering something.
No, I wasn't done. I need to go back. I get up and grab another handful.
He throws his hand out and the fluid disappears.
What is wrong with you? Okay, so
My dear, we don't even know what that fluid does.
I do.
You could have been
do.
doing nothing more than hallucinating and going into a wrong trance.
No, I know what it was. I've seen this.
Calm down. Explain something to us. Take us through what happened. Your body was rigid
Okay.
and then shaking.
Must have been the battle. Damn. So I woke up in the same place. It was still decrepit, it was still black, but there was a very large, short, pale, dark
No, he wasn't
hair.
fat. Like he wasn't short. He was tall too.
Oh, you said he was short.
Oh no, sorry.
That's
No,
okay.
yeah, he is short. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm thinking of the wrong character. Yes, he's short. He's not short, but he's not stout.
Okay.
He's short, skinny, short black hair, little black goatee, or at least dark hair. I mean, you're seeing pretty much in grays and blacks and whites.
Okay. I explained what the guy looked like. He was short, skinny, pale, dark hair, golden eyes. He was definitely a sorcerer, wizard of some sort. He was wearing black robes. Pretty sure he was half elf, and behind him was an army of the undead. And in front of him was a gathering of brown cloaked wizards, and he declared to them, "The time of the wizards has come to an end. All magic must be given to all free folk, or be ruled by me and mine." And then a horrible battle persisted, which slaughtered all of the wizards. He
Roll a wisdom check. So you roll 20.
nat 20.
Good. So when you think back, there was a glint in his hand, on his ring finger.
Is it the sixth ring?
The seventh,
Ooh, damn.
possible.
Now I think about it, I did see something on one of his fingers. It was just a brief moment, but it was just a sparkle of some sort.
Look into my eyes for a moment. He concentrates very intently on your eyes. And you guys notice a very faint flash in her eyes. He says, "Okay, I saw everything you saw. I believe you saw the fall of the seventh."
Malak did say that potion was some sort of like transfer of conscience to like at some sort of like past life.
Was it... Did he say that it was a potion that allowed you to understand past lives or view past lives, or that it was your past life?
Let me see if I wrote that down.
I remember off board, because obviously
Yeah.
my character wouldn't know this.
Yeah.
But Malik said something about memories.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, he did. He said something about it was a potion of recollection of memories. I remember my first sip it smelled and tasted like fresh cut grass. It was very lovely.
Interesting. Well, I do not know.
Now, one thing I'm worried about, is this a trap? Did somebody like...
This is definitely not the time period that we were in when we came here. Because it looked
I
like
know.
an actual tower that anyone could just walk in and go to and do stuff in.
And another thing, Malak was wearing white.
Yes, he was.
He was not there at the battle. He was nowhere to be found. I don't know who to trust at this point.
Well, since skeleton out there, Barry Malak, and our other companion. Don't know how we're gonna fix that.
Nox just kind of like, oh, we're all gonna die. I don't get this. Why can't I just stab something and be done with it?
Can I go out and heal? Was it? No, I'm just kidding.
I
Totally
mean,
can.
this might
Resurrect!
explain part of the thing of why we were describing a whole different tower than what Merlin was expecting. But when we get here with Merlin, it's the tower he's expecting, but not what we're expecting.
Oh, he was expecting it to be.
That is
Broken?
fallen and in disrepair.
Oh, that's
but what
right,
we were
yeah.
describing was someone who still had stewardship of the place, someone still alive in it, and there's not supposed to be anyone.
I wonder if it has anything
Now-
to do with Merlin coming back to it.
It could be. Now I
And
have.
it was like, I mean, the grass was tall, the
Right,
scythe
right.
was. But here, the grass is dead and decayed and black, and the scythe is stuck in the side of a stone, all rusted.
Now, see, remember though, when we got here, we were teleported to that cave first.
True. Which means, what if we were teleported to
Sam
another
said
time?
something about a cave. I don't know if that's relevant. Hey, you know Sam.
Well, of course I know
He
Sam.
said that you guys went into like some cave at some point. This could be completely just
Not related.
not related, but you found
The ingredient, one of the
the-
ingredients for
one
Red
of
Bull.
one of the ingredients for Red Bull. It wasn't.
Oh, we
magic.
told you that story, did
He
he?
did. Yes. Was it anywhere?
Oh, near here? No. Oh, dear, no.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, never mind.
Well, I guess we can go see if
Um,
that cave is still there.
One of my ideas, though, I grab a cup and I scoop some stuff out of the cauldron and I
It's
run
gone.
out. It's gone? What? No! Fuck! I was gonna
He made it
pour it on the
disappear.
skeletons and. Oh, he made it all disappear?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Merlin. I say that to his face. Fuck you.
We don't know what that stuff is.
But it was helping. It was giving us so much information.
You were about to die.
No! I wasn't!
Hello.
I was fine!
Listen to the.
Ah!
How many times I tell you, don't mess with things you don't understand.
I kick your shit
Magic.
out of anger.
You feel a little thunk.
Ah!
Yeah, that's it might as well be a fly hitting my face. Sorry. But magic isn't something you trifle with. Even if you think you know what it does, you don't. You're not the one who created it.
Well then,
I'd rather not see you die.
I thought we were getting so close.
But you can't rush things with magic.
Just the way I like the forest. Okay.
Well, we could see if that cave that we appeared in out in this area is still there. Might give us
there
some
was that.
clues,
What
'cause
was
it had
that? What was in there? That
I wasn't there. that
lady. What's her fucking bucket? Got.
Try to
Jack
grab
against-
a staff and it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Merle can do something. I don't know if that's.
We
any
ended up
help
just
of
leaving the
sorts.
cave and then found out we're right outside the area of the Black Tower.
Yeah. Mm,
So we can go and
what's
see
his
there.
bucket got his head chopped off, and that was a mess.
Yeah.
We can go and see if the cave's still there, see if the staff's still there, you know. Figure maybe somehow when we transported to that cave, it transported us back in time.
I don't know of any magic that allows you to go back in time.
Well, I don't know how to explain it then. How we can, and how is our companion dead with Malak? If Malak was buried thousands of years ago, how could we have one tower that's pristine and now be in a tower that's decayed? And all we did was go back to Greyhawk and have you transport us back here.
I don't know. The magic that he used to teleport you, if it was real, should not cross a barrier of time.
Exactly.
Nox, you
So
still
something's
have.
going on.
Nox,
Is there
you-
any unusual magic you're sensing?
Nox still
We're in
has
a-
that.
We're in a note of power, my dear. The whole place is imbued with magic.
You're powerful enough, can't you discern what should be here and what shouldn't?
No, the aura of the tower itself is so strong. It makes
Now,
everything
what about
else.
this scroll and wand I found when we were here last? Pull them out and give them to him. Which reminds me, I needed to give you these because I found it in one of the rooms.
He looks at him, takes them. Interesting. These are very, very old. When you look at it, it definitely looks like it's old and tarnished. The little bits of metal that are there are definitely
That
not rusted,
doesn't make
but
sense because they didn't look this way when I picked them up. They
interesting.
The one looked almost brand new. No tarnish, nothing.
That
the
sounds
scroll
like
did-
time to me.
So
Very well, show me this cave. And Nox pulls out the scroll and it's still there, but it looks old.
Oh,
Okay.
Nox had a scroll too?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had one of the scrolls of, I think he had the scroll of teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And the scroll I had from the room, didn't know what it was. Or the one. Okay, well, I'll take him back along the path he created and go to the cave.
Well, that's in the other direction.
And no, it was directly across from the doors.
You guys appeared on the main entrance from the field. The actual place where the cave is not the main entrance. It was up in the hills.
Well, then I'll head up into the hills towards where the cave was.
He'll ask where the cave is, and he'll try to do the same thing, is clear the ground.
And I'll give him the general vicinity as best I can.
You guys walk towards the area, but soon enough you feel your spirits start to fall. You see that where once there was a cave, it's definitely been caved in by now.
Crap. See, even the cave is crushed.
Well, I can remove the debris. It would take a lot of my magic, though.
No.
I don't know, what do you think, Sirium Clay? You're a little quiet.
I'm just listening. I don't know what to do. I'm new to battles. I'm new to this world.
Well, Is this far enough away from the tower you can sense if there's magic within this cave that used to be here? That's away
I
from
believe so, yes. That's not a bad idea. You say there's a staff of some kind in there?
There was some type of staff, and when Lady Isabel tried to touch it, it shot her back and hit the wall.
Dumb bitch.
So he reaches out his hand and he concentrates for well over a minute. He says, there's a faint glow coming from the area. Looks like it's conjuration. I can't tell the exact spell.
Well,
So there's a spell on the tower?
should we even
No,
bother
he's
trying to get to?
pointed towards the cave.
Oh, a
Is
spell.
there a point getting into the cave to see if the staff's still
There's
there?
an object in the cave, most likely.
Or should we just go and see if there's any remains of the library on the 3rd floor?
Let's see if we can get into the cave.
Second
since
floor.
we're here.
Oh, 2nd floor. I thought you said it was 3rd floor.
No.
Well,
What'd you say?
Let's see if we can get into the cave since we're here. Why are we doing that
I'm
again?
just worried that we might deplete Merlin too much for a day.
Doesn't he have his Red Bull?
That
Red
has
Bull can
nothing
only
to
do
do-
too much, so much,
It's
my
only
dear.
so much. You can't deplete his power too much, which if something happens,
Right. Fair.
He'll be defenseless.
yes.
Okay.
I don't think I want to do that because he's obviously a powerful wizard and we don't want that to happen.
Can we move the stuff in front of the cave?
It would take us forever.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I am
You have-
3 fucking feet tall.
You have a potato for a companion.
You have me as the only one possible in moving majority of it. And it'd take forever.
Alright, let's go back to the tower then. Tower.
So unless Merlin thinks it's something we should investigate further, I say we go back to the tower.
Nox kind of shrugs. Whatever.
Merlin, do you think it's worth getting into this cave, or
For one object, most likely not. Not unless this one object holds the key to every piece of our understanding.
Okay.
What if it
I
does?
don't know. It was just kind of a spear. Well.
So, what should we do?
Can I do like a recollection sort of thing? Like a roll?
To try to do what?
To try and
Describe the
recall and to try and remember what kind of weapon. No, he was just a sorcerer. He didn't have like a. Did he have a staff? I wanted to.
Oh, the
Nat 20.
dude.
Yeah, the dude. Did he have a staff
No.
of sorts?
No.
He was just.
Yeah, all out of his hands.
Out of his finger. Okay.
Out of his fingers.
Does the type of staff have anything to do with what type of magic it used?
No.
Didn't think so.
Wands, potions, staves, they can all hold magic. Of any kind. Well, potions,
Would
not
we
any
have
kind,
noticed
but-
any like markings on it? Because wasn't there markings on it?
there were runes. You guys didn't write any of them down. Your chance
I
to
do
recall
a-
are going to be practically non-existent at this point.
Well, I'm gonna try. Is it a
Okay.
wisdom or is it intel?
It'd be wisdom. And your DC will be at 20... Let's go 23 for something like that. Not impossible, but difficult. No?
There's no way. I rolled a 2 on the die. There's no point.
Oh, damn.
Nope, got nothing.
Okay.
Well,
Do we need to take a break and let you guys go talk and brainstorm or anything? Smoke break?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
take a smoke break.
I'm hot. I just want to sprawl out. Oh,
You're overheated?
yeah, a little bit.
People can just see part of a torso and leg up on the couch. Alright, so it looks like we're going to go to break for a few minutes there, guys. I'm not going to end the stream, but I'm going to go ahead and mute unless you guys have any questions, of course. Go ahead and ask any questions in the comments down below. If you guys need to understand everything that's happened for a quick recap, you guys can ask, of course. We're a decent way into the campaign, so yeah, but if you guys have questions, or there, of course, there's also the archive logs if you guys want to go actually watch the previous episodes. Yeah. You guys can also help these guys brainstorm too, though. So if they're brainstorming, please feel free to offer your advice.
It's cool down
Conjure. You said it was conjuration or abjuration
Oh, for what?
for the magic he sensed at the cave.
Conjuration.
That was it.
Yep. Let's see. Where are we getting any guests from tonight? Is this all on Twitch, guys? Oh, okay. That's just for texting.
Oh boy.
What are you guys thinking so far?
Well, obviously something with time is confluy, or at least that's what it feels like. Or it's a very elaborate illusion. And if that's the case, because of all the other magic, even Merlin's probably having trouble realizing it's an illusion. Or we were somehow in an illusion. Which doesn't make sense because how could Malak be still alive in an illusion?
Can we check to see
Unless
if
it was a
Nox
ghost.
still has a skeleton leg?
Well, he probably does.
He does.
Because I still had the wand and the scroll, they just looked older all of a
So,
sudden.
do you think the bone would have, like, decayed more or something?
I mean, it looks older.
Okay. Oh.
Wait. Is
What
there
do you-
magic
what do you
in
want up
D&D where you can sense how old a skeleton is?
No.
What? You know, because they do have the class of archaeologists in D&D.
I'd have to look that specifically up just to see.
I know that only because one of the
Holly's
people
watching
in-
on Facebook.
One of my classmates plays D&D, but he always plays an archaeologist.
Oh, it's
And
probably
his-
cool out here now.
And his people he plays with get so frustrated because that's all he'll play.
Yeah. Do I actually have a viewer on YouTube then? Is that what's going on? You're watching on Facebook, apparently.
Yeah. By the way, you're out of toilet paper. I had to use my hand.
Oh, God. We're not out of toilet paper.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Oops, my boob's out.
Oh, but you got your bra on, so.
Yeah. Whoop.
Yeah. No, don't do that. I don't want to be demonetized. I need to eat. I think we're the only ones on. I think it's just me on Twitch, you on Facebook, and then I don't know who the third person is that's watching. Probably just a bot.
Alright, I'll put some shorts on or something.
So what about you guys? You just kind of on a mind fuck?
Well, I'm kind of starting to wonder if there's even what to do.
It's a lot. It's a
I mean,
complicated
obviously-
storyline.
There's obviously something's going on with time, or it appears to be.
Mm-hmm.
What appears to be the skeletons of Malik and our companion. So, my only other thing is to go to maybe see what's left of the library, but it's probably gonna be just as decayed and falling apart.
Can be.
But potentially might be the only place that we could find something that Merlin could glean info from.
Did you shower, Molly?
No.
It smells like shower in there.
Nope. I mean, I washed my hands.
It smells like shower.
I don't know.
So that's why I'm saying maybe we should just go to the library. With the off chance maybe there is something, because not all the books were made out of scroll. Some of them were, as like some of the books we found, were made of gold. So obviously some would still be around unless they've been pilfered.
Yeah.
And further investigation from the main room might give us more things. Well, who knows? We might have to go down into to where the entry to the heart of mountain is. Again.
There it is.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Sorry.
Never mind.
No, say it again.
Some of the books were gold, and that's the last thing I got until I got distracted by sound.
I'm saying the library might provide answers because not all the books were done in papyrus or whatever. Some were like out of gold. So obviously those ones might still be around unless they were taken. Or we can go down and see what about the entrance to the heart of the mountain, see if that's even still open.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Because if it is, then that might give us a clue. But if it's closed, that also could tell us something, potentially. I mean, because what if we're just in one big illusion ourselves? Who knows?
It's a lot to unravel.
I say we go to the library.
A little overwhelming.
Woof.
What do you think, Merlin? Should we go to the library and see
Leave
what's
the door
left of
open,
it?
It's a little cooler out there.
Because I imagine it's a library that rivals your own,
Oh, I
if not
switched
more
up to
bigger.
shorts.
Yeah.
He'll say, I mean, I don't know if I can be much use.
We're playing again then?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that's
did you
done.
unmute it?
It wasn't muted.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because I heard myself go, ah!
Yeah. Unless you guys do want to call it this early, because this is a lot of information, I'm sure.
No, for whatever.
She's tired. She wants... I need food.
He needs to participate.
I'm listening.
She doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
She's just like, I don't fucking know.
Come up with something. I don't know everything, but obviously I've gotten us this far. And I was just throwing things out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
That's okay. You want to go down and check and see if the whole shebang is still open?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure, let's do that.
By the way,
part of the
is that entrance even open still?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the doors are rusted and like falling off.
But that doesn't mean the secret passageway is still open.
You guys don't know. You didn't go look.
I'm gonna go look.
Can we check to see if the place where the skeletons came from is still open? If we can
That's
go
what
for
we're talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the little thing that I wanted to go down and fight with alone.
17, once we're back in, is the passageway still open?
Oh, you don't need a spot for that. You'll just see.
Oh.
Passageway is still open.
Let's go over there.
No, I'm not going in there
Why?
with that. There's only the three of us here. Or four of us.
Merlin.
And Merlin. Yeah, but he's not part of the 6 or whatever unified buttholes.
We're not talking about going into the heart of the mountain. We're talking about
Unified
seeing if the
box.
entry to the heart of the mountain is still open.
Yeah, we did see that it's still.
No, we saw the passageway that leads to that area is open.
Oh, gotcha.
The passageway where Malik was locked behind
Oh,
is
okay.
open.
Alright.
Al lock.
Malik.
Mallory.
Yeah, it's not Malik.
Malik.
Yeah.
Tip, 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 tip. I go.
Potato.
I potato over there.
So I say we go down it, see,
You guys get there, and sure enough, it is still open.
and it still has the whole shiny rune in.
No, it's not lit up anymore. Though the runes are still there. They're just like in gold.
Wait, so this is the passageway where the skeletons were?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with the stone pillar.
Yeah, okay.
Well, so the passageway's still open that we opened up with our rings.
Which means you guys weren't in an illusion, it was real life.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's the assumption you're making.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, by the way, Merlin, here's this. I'm sure you can probably read it. You're a smart lad.
Yes, I understand.
Yes.
We opened this ourselves, but obviously this now looks like it's been open for a very long time. But it hasn't been that long since we opened it.
Yes, I understand roughly what's going on.
So what's your theories?
Uh,
Anything you've heard of that's happened like this before? And
Nothing like this has ever happened before. What I would say is there must be a bleeding of the realms here. I don't know if it's intentional time travel, but it does appear that there's a piece of the other realms and all time finding its way here.
okay. So, any suggestions on how we get to that other place so we can get our companion back and talk to Malak?
Let's see if there's a book in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I potato out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go up to the library.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know where else we can
The stairs are still intact, right?
Yep, stairs are still intact. You guys walk up the stairs. You guys actually smell a very familiar smell of the tomes.
Hey,
Like it-
I smell the library.
Yep. It almost smells... Well, it smells like you guys were just here. Like, not your sense, but like, it's an
It's
incredibly
the same scent I
familiar
got
scent.
when we were here last.
Yes.
So that's promising.
When you guys walk into the library, you guys will notice 3 skeletons armed with scimitars.
These weren't here.
Everyone roll initiative.
Ah, yeah.
Time to fight.
Time to fight.
Oh, damn. Too bad nat 20s don't work.
Initiative plus.
Is this charisma again?
No.
No, this is battle. So it's your actual initiative for Dex mod that you have.
Plus dex.
So
So I have a 20, but not nat.
Here.
Oh, okay.
That's what you add.
So I have 15.
And natural 20s don't matter anyways.
No.
I know.
I have a just 20
No, it's pretty good,
altogether.
even though I already had some.
There's more.
I know. I have a little more.
So you just had 20 flat.
It's 19 since you don't nat 20s don't work.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So then I believe
Because you have a -1 to your...
Mm-hmm.
I believe I go first.
Alright, skeletons. Yeah. 11.
Do they like rise up or anything, or are they going to do that on their own?
They're already standing.
They're standing. Oh.
Yep, and then
They
they're
didn't
actually
say they
already...
were laying. It was just that we walked in and they were standing. They were
Okay.
there.
You hear the rattle of their bones as they...
How
prepare.
close are they?
So they're obviously undead.
Yeah.
They're within about 20 feet.
About 20 feet. Okay. I have a speed of 20. Let's
Well, let's see.
range 110. They're immune to piercing damage, right?
Yes,
Piercing
and stabbing.
bludgeoning and stabbing. Okay, but bludgeoning.
Yes, bypasses there.
Okay. I am going to take out my sling and attack bonus. I don't know what that means. And I'm gonna. Where are they? I think we need to set up.
Mm-hmm. Where's my map? I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
I saw that just the other.
I'm the map. Oh, down there.
Do we want to just kind of?
Squares. And yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, because it's not super big.
Yeah.
There's some mail.
Yeah, which is all garbage.
Just gonna put it right
Bean.
there.
That one I think is actually Tirsa's.
Here, we'll use my dice because
credit card offers. Yay.
Let's just pretend that's not there.
Yeah.
Okay, where
Okay.
would you like these placed? Right mirror?
Yeah, yep, that's fine.
Right mirror?
And then one in the back.
Or mirror? Or mirror?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or mirror?
And then you guys don't have your miniatures anymore.
Nope. That's fine by me.
So we'll just number you.
I call 4.
Okay. I was actually gonna 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
I want 4.
So, doorway is gonna be here-ish, and you guys are single filing in.
And you said they were 20 away? 4. So they're a little bit closer.
So you scoot them all over 3 or whatever paces. That would be in the hallway.
What?
So like,
3, 4. Yeah, they're 20.
you guys are entering into a doorway, which means they'd be like that.
Oh, so the doorway is that way.
Yeah. So where the keyboard is would
okay,
be the
gotcha.
wall of the library,
2, 3.
and the other wall would be the edge of the map.
2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah. The closest one was 20 feet away. Okay, cool beans. Alright,
So you drew your sling.
So am I 1 then?
Yeah, you'd be number 1.
Okay. So I'm gonna take 10 paces over this way to let these peeps in.
Okay, but that means you can't fire on them.
Oh, what?
Yep. Anything more than a 5-foot move adjust.
Okay. Then I just take a 5-foot move adjust and then fire on this bad boy.
Okay. And your bullets are bludgeoning.
Yes. Where the fuck is my dice? There it goes. Where's my... Uh-huh. Oh, yes, but my...
Yeah, wait, hold low. Hey, Stacey, where's the fella?
Gone?
The whole loaf?
Yep. Took it to work.
That's sad. Popcorn.
Okay. Attack bonus. So I use my attack bonus with my roll, right?
It's based on which weapon you're using.
So yeah.
So what's the
my-
attack? What weapon are you using?
I'm using my sling.
And what's the attack bonus associated with your sling?
4.
That's what you add to your roll.
Okay, cool. So I got a 20.
That definitely hits.
Dope.
Where is my books?
Here.
Oh, between you two. I need the monster manual.
Monster what?
Monster manual. It's a binder. Danica?
Turn check modifier is what I use when I'm rolling to see if I turn them.
Do what now? Oh, do what now?
How do I turn? Undead again?
1d3. This is a d3.
Where's your PHP, hun? How much damage did you do?
4.
4 points. Oh, so actually, their initiative was 14. So I don't know if that changes any orders on
No.
anyone. Okay, 4. Where is your? There it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, he takes damage. He's not dead though.
Okay. How close is he to dead? Is he just like...
You don't know. He took some damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you won't know until they just shatter, pretty much,
Oh,
or
okay.
they'll look disheveled. But
Or I cast a certain spell, then I would know.
Okay.
But
And
that's
then
kind of
you're
waste.
next.
So I'm doing turn undead.
okay.
You gotta get through the door though, because this is the doorway. So you might have to step around. Well, fuck.
You can't move through a person's.
You actually.
I just have to be able to see them to do turn
Oh,
undead.
okay. So
Yeah, because you were back here.
So as long as I can see them, I can do turn undead.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter
Are you a
where I'm at.
small size creature or are you
I am
still
a
medium?
small. I'm a small.
She's small.
So
I'm large.
So
technically,
she can.
she can go over me.
Mhm.
You can go over me if you want. Do you want to go over me?
Well, I can't move more than 5 feet. Otherwise, I can't do anything.
You can still share a space.
No.
You can't. I
Can't
thought
share
you
space,
could.
but she can move through your space.
I can move up right behind you,
Okay.
and I can see them. That's all I
Okay.
need to do is be
Okay.
able to see them. And then I can cast on turn on net.
9. Okay. So you need to roll a d20 plus your bonuses,
Can
which
we
is a
turn
d.
off something or make it not turn because it's blowing my papers everywhere? And I'm actually cold when it hits me. So I need to do a d20. And
Yep,
what?
d20 plus your charisma modifier. This is your turning check.
So turn check modifier. That's what I add.
Yes. Well, it should just be plus your charisma modifier.
No, I have miscellaneous added to it.
Oh, do you get a?
Yeah, I have a
because you
bonus,
just get a
from something.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
What was your
Right,
total?
it's a total fail.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, it is when you roll a 1 on the die.
Plus your bonuses.
A 6, which
Okay.
means nothing.
Which is how many? So that's 7 total. Okay, so a 7 total.
No, I have a 6 total.
Oh, 6 total. Okay. So you get your cleric's level minus 2 hit die.
Which is none.
How many? What level are you?
3.
No, I'm a level.
You should be 4 actually, right?
No.
She's one step behind
I'm a
everyone.
level 2 cleric.
Okay.
I thought we all.
So that
leveled
means
up
you hit 1 hit dice worth of stuff. Okay. So now you roll 2d6 plus your cleric level plus your charisma modifier for turning damage.
Huh?
You can hit, so that means that you can hit 1 hit die creatures right now. This is to determine how much damage is going to be distributed to these hit die creatures. And they're all 1 hit die creatures, so you're going to affect them all.
Okay, I'm totally confused.
You want me to, okay, so it's, I can read this to you and you can see if you can understand it if you want.
I guess.
Okay, so, you turn the closest turnable undead first, and you can't turn undead that are more than 60 feet away, or that have total cover relative to you. You don't need line of sight to a target, but you do need line of effect. The first thing you do is roll a turning check to see how powerful an undead creature you can turn. This is a charisma check, a d20 plus charisma modifier. Turning undead gives you the hit dice of the most powerful undead you can affect relative to your level. On a given turning attempt, you can turn no undead creature whose hit dice exceed the result on this table. So since these are 1d12 hit dice creatures, you can affect 1 hit die creatures, because that's the minimum. There's no such thing as getting a 0. So, the minimum you get is a 1 hit die. These guys are a 1 hit die, so that's the biggest. So if there was a creature that was 2d12 or 2d6, you could not affect him. Okay, so that just determines the most powerful creature. The next step is your turning damage.
So how do you know how many creatures you're affecting?
That's what we're figuring out right now. You roll, so turning undead is high enough. Okay, if you roll on table 8-9, turning undead is high enough to let you turn at least some of the undead within 60 feet. Roll 2d6 plus your cleric level plus your charisma modifier for turning damage. That's how many total hit dice of undead you can turn.
So hit dice is number of creatures?
Yes, essentially.
Ten.
Total of 10. So you get a total of 10 hit die worth of damage. Okay, so the way this works If your charisma score is average or low, it's possible but unusual to roll fewer hit dice of undead turn than indicated on table 8-9, turning undead. For instance, a first level cleric with an average charisma score would get a turning check result of 19. Cleric's level +3 +3 or 4 hit die, which is enough to turn a wipe, but then roll only 3 on his turning damage roll, not enough to turn that wipe after all. You may skip over already turned undead that are still within range, so that you do not waste your turning capacity on them. Blah blah blah, destroying undead. So if you have twice as many levels or more as the undead have hit dice, you destroy any that you would normally turn. Okay, so here's how turning works. Jozan the cleric and his friends confront 7 human zombies led by a wight. Calling on the power of Pelor, Jozan raises his sun disk and attempts to drive the undead away. First, he makes a turning check, 1d20 plus charisma modifier, to see what the most powerful undead creature is that he can turn in his action. His result is 9, so he can only turn undead that have fewer hit dice than he has levels. Jozan is 3rd level, so on his attempt he can turn creatures with 2 hit dice, such as human zombies, or 1 hit die, such as human skeletons, but nothing more than 2 hit dice, such as the wight, which has 4 hit dice. A wight has 4d8 or something like that.
Okay.
He does not have twice as many levels as either the zombies or wight, so he will not destroy any of them. You do have at least twice the levels. Next, he rolls his turning damage, 2d6 plus Jozan's level, plus charisma modifier, to see how many total hit dice of creatures he can turn. His result is 11, enough to turn the 5 closest zombies, accounting for 10 hit die out of the maximum of 11. The remaining 2 zombies and the wight are unaffected. Do you understand that? Zombies.
So how am I double?
There's 5 zombies. Well, it's because you're level. They're 1 hit die, you're level 2, so you're literally twice. Zombies are 2 hit die creatures. They're 2d8 or 2d10. Okay, so they're 2 hit die apiece, which is why he can turn 5, 10 hit die total off of his turning check. Okay?
Okay.
Starting to follow? On Jozan's next turn, he attempts to turn undead again. This time his turning check results in a 21, enough to turn undead creatures of up to 6. So, and this is it right here. So this little turning undead chart, his turning check was the which hit die he can hit. He rolls the d20. If he rolled the second time, he rolled a 21. If you look on this chart, 21 is cleric's level +3. He's a level 3, which means he can hit a level 6 hit die creature. Okay? So now his turning damage roll is only 7 though. So he can only turn 7 hit die worth of creatures. He turns the 2 nearest undead, remaining 2 hit die zombies, but the remaining 3 hit die worth of turning isn't enough to turn the 4 hit die wight.
Okay.
Because that's 7, but he needed 8.
Why didn't you do this the first time? You thought-
Because the first time it was just the cleric, like, it was just Malok just turning him.
Oh, okay.
So, what that means is, you rolled enough hit die, because there's only 3 skeletons at 1 hit die each, so you only needed 3 on all of your die rolls. And you have only 1 hit die worth of the highest creature. They're all 1 hit die. You're also twice their power level. Since you're level 2, they're level 1. Because they're a 1 hit die creature. They're destroyed. They turn to ash.
Okay.
Because you have 1 level on them, which is double their level.
Okay.
If we come across a zombie, you need to be a level 4 cleric to be able to destroy them. That's all that means. Confusing, I know. She gets
I
it
get
though.
it.
Okay. Oh, you do? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, they're dead.
Yes, they poof! Ash. Cleric did a good.
All the skeletons are gone now?
Yep, the
All
3
three
that
of
were
them
in here.
Oh, excellent.
So, what does the state of the room look like?
It looks good for knowing that it's old.
Okay.
There are tomes still on the shelves. You don't know what kind of condition they're in unless you pull one down.
Well,
Can I
after
reach
that
it?
experience with the scroll, I'm going to suggest Merlin, who might know how to properly do it without destroying them. Deal with it.
Willow's already, like, over by one of the bookshelves, like,
Because I'm not touching another one that might just disintegrate.
Potato.
Hop and potato trying to like reach
Willow,
one.
no. Scroll disintegrated. I'm not touching anything unless Merlin says it's safe to.
I could have reached it if I
He
wanted
knows
to
everything
anyway.
about tomes, I would assume, with dealing with them. He can see if anything is salvageable and go from there.
Merlin scans his hands over a few books. He finds one that he seems to focus on for a moment. You hear him mutter, probably an incantation of some kind, and he pulls out the book. Sets it on the desk, which used to be a live map. Now it is not. He opens it up. He says, yes, they have some spells still remaining on them, but they are definitely dwindling.
And okay, so if they're dwindling, any way to know how long they've been dwindling? Like, you gonna estimate how old they are?
So, out of character, they look like they're 100, maybe 200 years old. Though they're thousands of years old, obviously. Just from basic timeline.
Okay.
From what you understand of what the tower is, you would assume that they're a couple thousand years old, and spells are just a permanent thing, but over time they can slowly fade. So they've just been fading forever.
Okay.
And
Oh, wait. That
he'll
one
essentially
book.
relay this to you.
That's it.
Which one? The Book of the Dead?
There was a book that was locked.
The like golden book.
Book of the High Heavens.
Oh, that one.
I'll look around, see if it's still there.
It is not.
Huh.
I thought we took it with us or something.
No, we couldn't remove it, remember?
I don't remember.
Oh, we weren't allowed to remove anything. That's why we had to try to send,
No.
no, not Nox. Yeah, the page master guy back with some
No.
idea what it was to Merlin,
Oh,
but
yeah.
not directly. Merlin. Well, I will say this: the book of the High Heavens is not here anymore. The one
I'd
that,
imagine not.
the one the page master what was sent back to describe to you.
Page Master.
Yeah,
What
that's
is
what we
this?
call him. Your little buddy that came with us.
Dimble
Your initial tip.
Oh, Dimble.
Yes, Dimble. We sent him
Fizzlebutt.
back to tell you about the book, describe it because it couldn't be removed. But that's no longer here.
Interesting.
And one of the skeletons down below is Dimble. I can tell you that by the scroll that I tried to take from his hand and it crumbled. And it says, "They will never return." He was referring to us.
Are you sure?
Yes, because the guy next to him in the whitish looking rose is Malak. Malak. Also a skeleton.
We should do a DNA test. Let's go on Murray.
What is this DNA you speak of?
I don't even have a good comeback for that.
So,
It means do not ask, motherfucker. You just do it.
well, also interesting is the table we're looking at. It used to be a live map of the known world. That when you zoomed in on Greyhawk, you can see what Greyhawk looks like, which is not the same as what we know it today. So any changes that would have been done would have appeared automatically on the map. But yet your tower wasn't on the map. It showed a courtyard with a tree known as Yggdrasil. That's why we were a little concerned as to why your tower was there, but the tree was missing.
No, when you guys looked at the map, the tower was there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what caused Malak to be like, there should be Yggdrasil there.
Oh. Okay.
That's what started this whole mass confusion to begin with. Which, by the way, also should be a red flag. That tower is known as Merlin's Tower. But yet it was back then, too. If this is a back then.
Oh. Well, Merlin, what made us come back to talk to you was the living map had your tower, and the Moloch was like, wait, that tower shouldn't be there. It should be the tree. So already your tower was shown on the map, a living map.
When did you build
So-
that?
I didn't. They call it Merlin's Tower, but it's not mine. It's been there for, I think the city records show it about 500 years.
Why
So
is
based
it named
on-
after you?
Or are you named after it?
No, I am the current High Wizard that sits there.
Oh, okay. So what changes name? Based on who sits there?
Apparently, I always just knew it as the Wizard's Tower.
Yeah, here's something. Is there a book anywhere that lists the guardians of the Black Tower?
How would I know?
I don't know. Don't you have some history of the Black Tower at all? Or just
Not
that
in
it's
my
here?
tomes.
Okay, well then, can we sense if there's one here in this library that's still intact?
Sense no. Search, of course.
I guess we search. Maybe Maloch's name will show up. That'll give us an idea, maybe, of time frame.
Not a bad one.
So, wisdom, or is it intel?
This would be a search.
Okay, just a straight search.
And are you guys going to go try to find the filing catalog with all the random numbers that you don't understand, or are you going to just start searching?
Borrow the catalog if it's still there.
Even though it's got numbers you don't understand?
It would have titles of books.
This is true.
That's
Though you
how
don't
I
know
found
what
the-
title you're looking for.
No, but anything I would.
Jump
But
out?
give me jump out. They give us a place to search.
Okay.
To start.
Okay.
I am rolling horrible.
What'd
A
you roll?
12.
A 12? I mean, that's progress. Anything beyond a 10 means progress. It's just not like immediate progress kind of a thing. I'll put your DC, to find exactly the thing, I'll put your DC at about a 18. So 12 still means progress, but 5 minutes goes by with no answer.
You said an 18, so an 18.
Okay. So 10 minutes go by. So in half the time. You can also do something called taking a 20 or taking a 10. Taking 10 is, and taking 20 for those of you that don't know what it is if you take a 10, that means that you are making the die roll itself a 10 guaranteed, and you are taking 10 in-game minutes to do the task. Taking 20 is exactly that. You want a 20 on the dice, you take 20 minutes to make sure that you do the thing. And it's in a 5x5 area that you do this. Or in the case of a catalog, it would just be the one file drawer. So she was able to cut her time in half for taking a 20 since her DC was 18. Anyways. So, sure enough, you actually find a history of lords and... Or not lords, excuse me. Yeah, you just see a reference that says, the lineage of the tower.
Alright. I'm gonna go see if I can find it on the shelf. See if it's still there.
You don't know where to go look for it.
Merlin, have you seen these numbers before?
He looks at them. No, but I'm sure I can decipher them.
I'm hoping it gives me a location in the library as to where this book is located.
Do me a favor. Draw a crude map of the library. Grab me a book from 3 different random shelves, and I will decipher the numbers.
Okay. I'll take a 20 to do that then.
Okay. 20 minutes go by. You have a rough drawn out map. You have 3 random books from 3 locations. He sits down. He takes a 20. So 40 minutes goes by total. And he goes, ah! Huh?
Are
Merle's gonna be like, I'm just like laying on the table, like kicking my legs. And
He goes, I figured it out!
Hi-oh.
He points to the shelf that it should be in, tells you the row, and tells you how far in the book is.
Alright, I'll go to where it's supposed to be.
Sure enough, there it is. This thin little book.
What is it made out of?
The
I
book
need-
itself is probably like heavy-duty leather.
Okay, can I tell what the pages are made of? Like, is it gonna crumble if I were to touch it?
It's probably vellum, but it's probably fine.
Okay, I will go pull it off the shelf.
Okay, you bring it over to Merlin.
Yep, take it to Merlin.
He looks over it, and he very carefully lifts the page, and he goes to the last page, and the last guardian of the tower is Lord Malloc.
Hey! Does it give an idea what year?
Nope.
Oh, darn it. Well, it does verify that who we were... Well, it tells the name we were given is correct. Whether or not the guy was really Malloc.
Well, if you let me call him Mallory. I think
Well,
that's
we
it.
have verification of the name of the last guardian, so that gives us something, but... Who is that? Is that Vel?
No, I think Valkyrie's
There's
with
someone's
Tirsa. Tirsa, you have Val, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. And ours are outside. That sounds like it. Okay, so anyways.
So Malak was the last wizard in the tower.
He was the last guardian.
The last guardian of the tower.
What Merlin is now?
No,
Or what do you mean?
no one is now.
No one is right now.
What is the guardian of the tower?
The last person who resided over the tower and was
The Black
charged with...
Tower?
Yes,
Oh.
the tower you guys are currently in.
Okay.
Okay.
And was charged with taking care of it, keeping the grounds,
Oh, okay.
and was in charge of training all
Right.
of the young wizards.
So, any book that would tell us the robes that the guardian should be wearing.
No.
Darn it.
I'm gonna go down to Maloc's personal room
Okay.
and see if I can find like a journal or anything like that.
Okay.
No. I miss my bunk bed.
What was your total roll?
6.
Okay, no. Any DC is a minimum of a 10. So you go in there and you get all nostalgic, thinking about him tucking you into bed and floating you up there and treating you all nice.
I wonder if there's any history. Go to the catalog. Is there
You
anything?
can continue to search.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Is
I'm
there
gonna-
any history on the Black Tower as or from around the a recording of the happenings of the tower around the time it might have
Oh, definitely. Like
From now on
administrative
time.
logs or whatever.
any logs?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You go back to the catalog
Yep,
thing, I'm assuming.
and I'm gonna search for that.
You can search for it.
I'll take a 20.
Okay, so you're going to be busy for 20 minutes. What are you doing? Besides standing around with a
my butt on
weapon.
my ass.
Yeah.
Standing around with her thumb up her ass is all she's gonna be doing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to do.
Well, you know what we're trying to accomplish.
What do you guys think she should do, guys? She's a fighter.
What are we trying to accomplish?
Just-
Discover why the timelines are different.
Okay.
Why is Malak dead along
Oh,
with
we
our
don't have any viewers.
companion?
Yeah, we do.
But yet when
We
we,
have
were
4.
here,
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
they're
It's just
very much
updating the
alive.
chat.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
what's going on? Like, so we're trying to figure that out.
He was indeed.
Yeah,
the
you're a
last
fighter,
one.
but as a fighter, you should have some
You have some basic skills. Go over your
basic
skill list.
skills. You should be able to come up with something that even we may not think of.
Yeah, even just you thinking of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Put yourself into the character.
I got a 15 for a search. For a journal.
Okay, you actually find it.
Okay.
It is probably not protected by magic. It's an old...
Is it gonna
Hey,
crumble?
Mechanical Lynn, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for the cheer, bro.
Probably gonna fall apart when you touch it.
Nice, man. Thank you very much. Well, not necessarily fall apart when you touch it, but definitely, like, be absurdly careful if you're going to pick it up.
Okay.
Merlin?
Is Merlin doing anything right now?
He's up in the library looking over books and reading.
He's busy then.
Well, you can take him the journal.
I could. But my little carny hands might...
Potato
sully-
hands.
My little potato hands might sully the pages.
That's why I don't touch the pages. It's got a binding.
Oh, well, might sully the binding. I don't know how old this. I'm thinking this thing is. For a journal.
So does anyone want to update Mechanical Lynn and any of the other audience members of all the shit that's happened? So I don't have to repeat it again?
No.
How about the fighter do that?
Yeah, what else happened? 8-Ball?
Oh, when was the last time
Hey,
Hold on.
Mechanical Lynn, when's the last time you watched our D&D stream, man? Lynn! Or did he just, like, cheer for 100 and bounce out? Thank you again for the bits, by the way, man.
I'm gonna take the journal up.
Been a while. Oh, God.
Well, were you aware that we have reached a black tower?
Yeah. I will need a full refresh.
Oh no.
Oofda.
Okay, so I guess I'll just handle this again. Alright, so in the city of Greyhawk, everyone gets pulled in by the king. Merlin has a quest that he needs people to go on. The High Wizard Merlin. Yes, from lore. He sends them to a place that he calls the Black Tower. Can you actually scoot that just a little further forward? The mic, yeah. And in this Black Tower, he says that it's a power node, a nexus of power. And inside is going to be untold magical items, and Merlin is way too busy to be able to handle going in there and clearing out the tower itself. Give me the brief, Doctor. So he hires all of these guys to go to the tower. They get to the tower after finding a farmland that's got this black decaying growth that's spreading. And they see demons. And I don't remember what happened to cause you guys to pass the fuck out.
Oh, it was some roll that you did. It was just like, all right, are they gonna pass out or are they gonna go along this path or some bullshit?
Okay, yeah, I think they were messing with the ground or something. They pass out, they wake up in a cave, and they're already at the location of the Black Tower, which should have taken them 2 weeks to get to. And this was only after, what, 2 days of travel?
Yeah.
They go down. Some one person gets their head cut off by a rotating blade that keeps this purple grass at perfect level. They get to inside the tower. They discover statues with stones that match the rings on their fingers. They open a doorway. Inside the doorway is a wizard who's been holding back skeletons, and he thinks he's been there for about 200 years. So, which means that this is news to all the players, because they thought that the tower was completely abandoned. The man in the tower identifies himself as Lord Malok. Teleport or illusion. Ooh, spooky. He identifies himself as Malok. He is the guards keeper of the tower. He believes it's only been 200 years since he's been locked away. They destroy the skeletons. They find a passageway that leads to something called the Heart of the Mountain. All of their rings are what's needed to be able to open this passageway, and they do it. Wait, you killed the player's character? Yeah, he was being stupid. He got resurrected, he's fine.
But then he died again
But then he died again.
because he stopped playing.
Yes, so his character just died. They don't go into the heart of the mountain. They instead come back out, and they discover that Malok's timeline and their timeline doesn't match up. The city of Greyhawk should have the ancient tree Yggdrasil, the magical tree Yggdrasil, in the very center of Greyhawk, and it's not. Instead, it's just Merlin's tower, his wizard's tower. They don't know why. They start to wonder if Merlin is actually a bad guy and Malok is actually a good guy, so they go back to Greyhawk by getting teleported there by Malok and start questioning Merlin, only to find out that Merlin, being completely and utterly confused, because it should have been thousands of years since anyone's been in the tower, teleports to the tower with the whole group, and instead of there being the tall purple magical grass and the blade that keeps going around and the black tower that's still standing, they see that it is old, decayed, and blackened by that same dark blackness that was starting to creep forward. Merlin takes them inside, and they left Malok and one of their compatriots behind, and inside the tower is nothing but burnt, destroyed doors, rusted hinges, and two skeletons in the very center where there used to be the statues. One of the skeletons matches the description of their compatriot, and the other one matches the description of Malok. And it looks like the bodies have been here for hundreds, if not thousands of years. So they don't understand what's going on. When they were teleported to a cave, maybe they're thinking that they got sent back in time, but that doesn't make sense because there is no magic that goes back in time. So now they're with Merlin going back up to the library, where Malok showed them a bunch of tomes and the history of the world, including this golden book that had a lock on it called the Book of the High Heavens, and this was the original artifact that brought magic from the high planes down to the regular realm. And they can't find that book either. So now they're trying to find proof of Malok's life, death, whatever, and how exactly long this tower has really been here, because it's no longer the pristine tall tower. The tower is actually, and I forgot to mention this, when you guys get to the tower, the top 10 floors is broken off and laying on the ground.
Oh, shit.
And you guys, when you get inside, again, the stones are destroyed, it's burnt out, nothing looks like it was when they were here, when it was almost pristine. When they were here last time, there was still bedding clothed in magical sheets that looked like they could stay for hundreds of years. There were still people's personal belongings. Now those same belongings that they took with them are aged and old and rotting, and yeah, so they're just confused as fuck. So that's where we are, and that was the brief, trust me.
Yeah.
I skipped over a ton of information. What is she making?
Baby food.
Shadow, what are you making? Oh, she's making whipped cream
Really?
to put on top of her ice cream, I bet. I dig the story thus far. Sorry to interrupt for that recap. Thanks for the bits, man. I appreciate that. Damn. It's not giving me that update on my restream chat. That sucks.
I guess I'm gonna just start skimming through some books. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna start.
Look for something that just jumps out at you.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna have to wait for a minute because that damn thing is gonna be way too loud for everyone else. You wanna actually... I'm gonna hit the mute. Give me just a sec, guys. We're gonna wait till we can actually hear one another. There. Are you done now?
I think so.
Good. Damn. Okay, so anyways, Lynn says, say she's making health pots and make her roll to see if they're good or not. She's a fighter. If you're referring to 8-Ball over here. So she can't make health potions. Though you can eventually, if you were to like multi-class, well, I guess it doesn't matter, but if you were to multi-class into healer as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start just thumbing through some books. Just seeing what I can find. I'm not really looking for anything.
Roll me a luck die. Oh, he says.
38.
Okay, nothing of extreme importance. You will actually find a history of fighters tied to the tower.
Oh, well, okay, I'll take a look at that.
It just speaks about all the armed guards and those that have given and donated their lives to protect the tower at all costs. That were non-magic users, but saw the value of wizards. So it's just an interesting read.
Yeah. Alright, keep going. Next book.
That one alone is going to take you all the time.
Oh, okay.
You're like, ah, cool!
76 for the next one. If she wants to do another one.
Lynn, yes or no? Of course, he's going to probably say yes. Or anyone in the audience for that matter. I just need a yes or a no.
Yes.
Yes, go figure. Okay. Always yes. Are you sure you want to always yes? You might fuck them. Okay, so what I will say is that you find a book. What was that going to be? Crap, I just had it. Yeah, whipped cream.
How do you make whipped cream? Is it like cream and ice? Like.
Whipping cream and sugar.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, you will find a book that is a history of the abyss. All monsters related to the abyss.
What's the abyss?
The abyssal plane. It's where all demons and most demons live. So it's going to give you descriptions of how to tell what they are, what they look like, their powers, how to defeat them, their weaknesses, etc.
That's cool. I want to hold on to some of that knowledge.
You can just keep the book.
Can I keep the book?
Well, I mean, in theory, you can just keep the book.
Okay.
It's a game. You do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
The rule is that if it's magical, you have to give it to Merlin.
So
He's here, though.
She doesn't have one of those.
Did I have you accept the mark?
I don't know what that is.
No.
No, she does not have the mark. Unless
Mark
she
of the
automatically said she had it because she started past that time.
No, I don't think she did.
Right.
I would, though, probably show it to Merlin.
Alright. Okay, let's do that then. I walk over and check out this cool book I found.
Oh yes, that's a very good, interesting read. Very good to keep an eye out, just in case you run across a succubi that decides it wants to lure you in, or something like that.
Or incubus.
Whatever it may be.
Incubus is the same as succubi, except one's male, one's female.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to take the books, right? Because I didn't have to go through, like, Malak.
Malak
is
is dead.
Dead now, but, like...
Dead
so
AF.
I can take stuff now?
Merlin says, I don't believe it's a magical book. You can keep that one.
Okay. I'll put it in my little bag.
Let me see it first, though.
Okay, I shall look back to you.
May I?
Mm-hmm.
He takes it, and he mutters something, and you see it glow for a moment, and the pages turn brand new.
Oh. Is there any more? Huh?
He restored it.
Yeah, is there any more information I can get out of it now?
No, it's a book.
Well, you know what I mean, but like, was there anything that was not restored that I couldn't?
Oh, no, like, the pages weren't worn or anything. He just made sure that it's in pristine condition, is going to stay that way.
Oh, sweet. Cool. Then I put it back in my bag.
So now, if you guys ever see demons or, what's the other version? Devils, then you will have a plus, I'll give you a plus 10 to know exactly what it is.
That's cool.
By playing, but you have to take the action of, I pull out my book, I read, and I see if I can identify
You're
this.
gonna bribe me to stay in the game.
No,
Get it.
it is something good for
Yeah.
for you guys, though, and that was a high enough roll. Okay, anyways. So what do you guys do? You're spending 20 minutes, so you guys still have a little bit of time. Or were you going to just spend the 20 minutes reading the book?
I don't
So.
need to.
I went up with Merlin or Mellock's journal to find Merlin.
Okay, he's
Like-
there looking over, casting a spell on a book, apparently.
Hey, can you do the same thing for me to this one? It's probably pretty important. And I like show it to him.
Okay. He'll take it, and he'll go, oh, this one's just about dead. This may take a moment.
Okay.
You see him mutter, and he starts casting a spell. You see a glow, then you see another glow, then you see a third glow, and you see the pages start to reform and clean. And he hands it to you, and it's like it's brand new.
Yay! Okay, and I open it.
Inscribed is the journal of all the times of all the tales of Malok the White.
That explains the robe.
I turn to the very last page.
In the last page is a summary. It tells of meeting you guys, of him being not sure if time is real anymore. And the last thing you say is, I feel the divine presence leaving. I feel darkness approaching. All I feel is lost. We cannot get out. There is no escape.
Was there any other journal that fizzle whatever left, or is it just that?
Probably, yeah. If you want to look for it. I feel the divine presence leaving. The darkness is approaching. What was the last part?
I feel as though all is lost.
Is it dated?
No.
Okay.
All the previous
Obviously.
ones are.
What was the last one before that dated as?
It was dated 20th day of spring, 1347 of the first age. And you guys are in what?
The third age.
I run, or no, I'm like right next to Merlin, and I like kind of shove it under his nose. Look at this. Look at this.
Yes. I see it. It's a
Look
journal.
at the date on this. Look at the date on this. This is Malak's journal.
How did you speak to someone from the first age?
Exactly! There has to be some sort of like time thing going on here.
I would agree. But how to get back to it?
Well, you know, you kind of whooshed away all that fucking potion, but...
A potion of memories, not of time travel.
Well, Lordy fucking no.
Is there a DeLorean anywhere?
Is there a DeLorean?
Merlin says, I think I know what I can do. I say we go back to my tower. I want you guys to retrace your last steps. How you guys got to that cave in the first place. If you can recreate it, it might work.
Can you summon demons?
Do we still
Yes,
have
I
one
can.
Do we still have one of the scrolls that we took from this library for teleportation?
I can teleport.
No, I'm saying maybe. That
So I
particular
feel-
scroll would send us from Greyhawk back here, where we need to be, in the time we need to be. Because maybe that scroll, I don't know.
Is time locked?
Who knows? I mean, how else were we able to send Dimble back to Merlin, and he was able to come back in the same time frame at one point? I mean, something caused it to all of a sudden not be in that same time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it could be it's all Merlin. Us coming back with Merlin might have been what changed it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Don't look to the DM for answers. He's not going to give you any.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
We're asking Lion's character. See, there we go. You have to give us answers now.
He would just go, okay, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it'll work.
What about the fighter? Any ideas?
I think that it might have something to do with coming back with Merlin.
So repeat what I said. Okay. Oh, we're gonna give you a hard time now. You're just sitting there doing nothing.
I'm listening. Nothing.
Willow and I are doing all the brainish work.
I didn't know. What
She
to
kills
do.
things. You think about divine things. She
yeah,
potatoes.
but a fighter isn't dumb.
Potato. You're not wrong.
Fighter doesn't mean unintelligent.
This is true.
I straight up don't know what to do.
It's like too complex, too many webs.
Yeah. I don't know what I should be looking for, what information. Like, I don't know what to do.
That's okay. Sometimes that's what happens with characters. Your character would probably not know what to do. This isn't something you know how to fight. Your character may be a smart character, but even so, you guys are in medieval times where the idea of time travel is not even a normal thought.
Are there any sort of animal? No, never mind. No. No. Not right now. But everything's black, so.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, I could try and talk to some aminals and be like, so, what you know, bitch? But it's all black outside, so.
And they can only give you vague answers.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
enemy
You
nearby.
still haven't told me if my 20 minutes is up and if I found anything.
Oh yeah. So your 20 minutes will expire. What were you looking for again?
Any logs or anything from that era.
Oh yeah.
From that time frame that would give us maybe even more insight of what was going on.
Okay, yeah, you'll find it. You'll find an entire wing, an entire bookshelf, like 100 feet long, both sides filled with tomes of all the, like, going-ons of the tower from the time that it was first kept record, which would have been around year 200 of the First Age.
And what was the day, what was the year that she saw?
20th day of spring in 1347.
Of the First Age.
So I'll look for that year
Okay, you find it.
and pull off any tomes associated with it.
It'd be
Open
2
it.
tomes.
So I pull them out, take them to Merlin, and open them up to see what we can find.
You'll do the same restoration. You'll go, wow, this is taking a lot of magic just to keep magic. Pulls a
You
vial
want
out,
to
downs
berry?
it.
So
You'll actually take the good berry and start chewing on it.
I'm gonna search through the
You're
tomes,
welcome.
see what any information we can glean. Like, was there anything unique going on at that time? Anything?
Well, it talks about the Six and the Great Rebellion. And it talks about Malok. Actually, yeah. So, it speaks about Malok going against the High Council and committing acts of treason against the High Crown and was banished. Banished to eternally walk with all undead underneath the mountain.
Merlin? Does that mean he's the seventh family? Is it that kind of banishment?
I don't believe so.
So was he banned?
What would cause them? Why would he, as the guardian of the tower, go against the crown? Is there any information that we can glean anywhere else that we might be able to more information about this incident?
Maybe in the tomes at my tower, there may be some historical evidence that goes more into his official charges. That's really all I can tell you. It's all very interesting. A little maddening, in fact.
I think we should try to go back on the timelines and to get back with Malok and Fizzlebang.
That'd be
Well,
great,
right
but
now
how?
I want to know more about Malok's charges.
But, like,
And why
could
he was
we-
banished.
Couldn't we ask him?
He's dead.
He's
Well, no,
dead
if
right
we get
now.
back like in the timeline.
Yeah, we don't know
I
how
say
to do
armed
that.
with info is better. And then we go back and talk to him. Then he can tell us his side of things.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, we don't even know how to go back in time right now.
Exactly.
I'm
Right now,
only
I say
saying-
focus on what leads we have,
Mhm.
not go back to his time frame if we're able to, and then wonder what that information was.
I mean, we can definitely get information now, but yeah, I think we should try to go back and talk with
Obviously, we
Well,
want
for
Gimbal
sure.
back.
him. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, have you heard from him? I'm assuming he's not joining us.
He's not joining us tonight. He did message me though and asked to see if maybe there's another day that works.
Which would be Wednesdays.
Wednesday.
Moving game to Wednesdays.
No.
Because you
What?
work.
I have class. From 6 to
Oh,
7.
yeah, that's right. That's when she has her language course.
We don't
What
usually start till
days
7
do
anyways.
you-
This is true.
That's true. What days do you have free? Mondays I'll be.
Well, tomorrow's my last day at Taco Bell, so after that, it's classes and driving is all I've got.
Okay. Well, what days do you have free from sort of from classes at least, like evening?
Wednesday's the only language day class, so like
Okay.
that just
Yeah.
happens to be the one day that she has class from 6 to 7.
Yeah, Mondays, Wednesdays, and
But Wednesday's
Fridays.
like the slowest day for driving, so we could just go later.
I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah, that's true.
Wednesday is my Tuesday. I work Tuesday through Saturday, so
What about Sundays?
Sundays I have another game.
Oh. Okay. Well, what about Saturday? I just couldn't stream on that day.
Yeah. Well, if you can't stream, then what's the point?
Yeah, because the point was streaming this game.
Yeah.
We gotta let Mechanical Lynn and everyone else make fun of us.
Thursday? Question mark.
I'm not opposed to Thursdays.
I have. I'm at school until 2.
No, Mechanical Lynn says.
What? Thursday wouldn't work for him?
I don't know. Are you saying no to Thursday, Lynn? Now, just for an update for you guys watching on stream, by the way, no matter when game is, my streams starting next week, I'm going to be in 2 separate locations. And that's only if I'm even able to stream. Because weekdays are all day for me. Oh, okay. But it's okay. I will be spending a week in Havre, Montana, and then a week here in Missoula, Montana. But I'll make sure that I at least get my Sunday stream in. Oh, weekdays are bad days for Mechanical N. Well, that's what today is a weekday. It's Monday night. Okay, so you guys are gonna, or should we end it there then and just have you guys plan on going back to Greyhawk? Because we have to end right around 10 anyways.
Yeah. I'd say we ended there. My brain is like.
Melting.
Besides, maybe then next time we'll have Lion or Dimble back to where we can have some help.
Yeah. See, if Thursdays work, can we do it this Thursday?
Do a double?
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up. I'm gonna hate work tomorrow. Shh. I got you, man. I'm okay with that.
Doing what?
That's Thursday. If we move to Thursdays and Dimble is okay with Thursdays as well as Lion. And we'll need to send out a message to Lion to see if Thursdays work better with him. But all right, so I guess that's where we are gonna be ending stream tonight, then, guys. My poor players are their brains are melting as is. The 3 skeletons, you guys do get 150 XP apiece. I'm also gonna give you guys 250 XP just for, plot purposes. And then obviously those that were either luck die or initiative also get an additional 250 XP. But thank you guys for joining us for this stream. It's been kind of a weird one. They're finally actually progressing a little bit in the plot. This is the furthest we've ever gotten in this campaign. Again, this is a campaign I've been designing for 4 years. Maybe longer now. And it's nice to see parts of it finally starting to come into a little bit of fruition. I'm going to go ahead and end it there, guys. This Thursday, if it works out, I may be doing an additional special D&D stream. Otherwise, I will try to be on more consistently from now on. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I love you guys. Special thanks to all my subscribers. That's going to be Lion Lotus, Ruin, as well as Shadow's Mistress. Thank you for your subscriptions. Lynn, thank you for the bits. You're awesome. And all the rest of you guys. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.